Hey guys, my name's Mannequin and welcome back to Remixing from Scratch. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff to go through. As you can tell, last time we had to tweak the tempo because for some reason that got messed up. And that also caused the build, I listened to it a couple times since, and it caused the build to kind of sound weird in some places. So we're going to do a couple things here, try to fix it. You'll see right around the end of the build, I'm just going to play it from here, but right around the end of the build, it'll sound like everything kind of hanging off in the wrong order or something. So just take a listen. Okay, so I think part of the problem is the fact that we added this extra note. It kind of kills some of the movement there and doesn't sound right. So we'll get rid of that first and we'll listen to how that sounds. And then the other thing is this reverse thing that we added doesn't sound good at all. It might sound good in a different situation, but not this one. So we're going to pull that one out as well. I think that sounds a lot better. Now what I'd kind of like to do though is have this one here take longer to fade out. So because it kind of, as it is, if you listen, when it fades in, and it lets go, it just dies down really fast. So part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this so that it doesn't fade out so much by the end. Just kind of let it go for the most part. And you know, I'll just cut it kind of like I was doing before. Since we've now reorganized the end part here, we'll see how this goes. There we go, that's better. And then I could actually have, let's see, which one is the LFO frequency? It's the envelope 2. So I can have this one die down a little faster too. Just kind of let it, so that the speed slows down, speeds up, whatever the heck, as it goes down a little bit faster. I'll kind of see how that sounds in the mix now. And now I'm tempted to actually fade this out over the entirety of this and just kind of go like this. That might work. That's better. We'll delete this. Copy this back there. Okay, where do I need to put it though? Okay, so that is there. So I mean, this is probably going to be about here, I think. Maybe it's here. I don't remember. Yeah, probably there. Copy. Let's try that. That's wrong. Should have just checked. I think that's one bar off. Okay, so we're actually gonna don't move and then just get rid of that and then we'll recopy it because okay, where did we put it? On the other one. You get rid of the automation there. We're right one bar after, or one section, whatever the heck that is, after it starts. So we have that, and it's going to be right there. Kind of a weird place to put it, but okay. I think that's right now. Copy that.
Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh,
Sweet. Okay, now for today's fun part. Now that we've kind of fixed up all the things. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I need to fix. I listened through, and I realized I copied something wrong. These guys, as nice as they are, go here. There we go. Okay, and then there's actually one other thing I wanted to do first. So we have this section.
like what you do. Yeah, I like what you do. Can you feel it?
And then it goes to this part that's kind of like our bridge. And so what I want to take is I want to take the claps and the snares. And I'm going to copy them over. I don't need this many, but I'm going to copy them over here. And then we're going to delete the ones that we don't need, which would probably be all those ones. And then I want a hi-hat, just a simple one, which I think is this one is the one I want. And I want that right there. Delete the extra ones again. I need to make sure these are in the right spot. So we have...
Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Can you feel me?
Ooh, I actually gotta check the tightness of the kick and the snare again. Because remember before I was saying it was done really well, like when I first put the clap and stuff in. That's because it was timed correctly. But since the clap is now like we've readjusted the time, let's get rid of these ones. So I think this needs to be offset by a tiny bit. Nah, right about there. Let's try here. Nope. And maybe it wasn't the optimal spot. Okay, so let's see. If I line it up with this, yeah, I think I did have it in that good spot. It's really picky because I really like the way it was before, and I just want to make sure it was exactly like that. Nope. I think if anything, whoops, I have to move it to the right. So I can zoom out here so I can actually see stuff. There we go. Zoom back in. And then line this up with this one. So I think if anything, I kind of have to move it to right there. That's fine. Because these two already... Yeah, it's good. Okay, good enough. And then we're gonna go... I think that's all I wanted to do.
I can feel you. Say how it is. It's just you and me right here.
Oh, that's right. I need to decide if I want this hat here.
So whisper in my ear. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh,
So because I just duplicated that, it actually isn't gonna work. I need to figure out how long it can be at most, which is that long. Trim it down to that length. That's good. And then I could actually copy it to the right spot there. Otherwise, it'll clip off the front of the next sample.
do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, yeah. Can you feel
think we'll mute these for now. I was gonna put a linear phase EQ on there, but it messed up all the timings of everything, so I'm just gonna have to use a channel EQ. There we go. That's swell. Now, to figure out... I kind of want to... Okay, so I'm going to take the downlifter that we used right before the build, and I'm going to use this here. Okay, now what to do? We have a couple options. I'm going to start with this option, which is grabbing... where is it? Where is it? Goodness, we have so many tracks now. So I need the Hoover thing. I need to just name it that. Plug, lead, mega saw, is that it? Yes, that is. Yes, okay, so. There we go. That'll make it easier to find. Okay, so we're gonna take this one, just create a new track. I'm not duplicating it this time just because I don't want a whole ton of processing on it. But I am gonna take the chord progression and put it right here. Now this is gonna be our pad. We're gonna have a really ambient pad here. Not gonna copy any automation data. We're just gonna kind of let this run here. So theoretically, these are all long notes. Yep. And I could actually take this and cycle it through, and it'll give us something nice to work with. And then we could actually take this and just kind of, oops, I put that on the wrong track. Still sounds good. Don't move. Here we go. I go here. Sweet. Turn this down so we don't blow our eardrums out when we put Synthmaster on. And then we could go start cycling through some of the pad options. Making an ambient pad is pretty hard, especially the type of one that I'm looking for. So we'll filter by, where's the pads? Pads, here we go. Makes things easier. And I'm going to start from the bottom just because I kind of like to. And we'll see what we can get here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So Wondervox, keep that in mind. I already used that in one of my tracks, you might be able to tell. Okay. This is one of the reasons I like Synthmaster so much. It is so good at making pad sounds as well as other like leads and stuff. It's very versatile. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Just checking a couple others first. Yep, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna grab this one. Turn up the voices to like 36. Then we're gonna duplicate this. Come on. I need to start saving my project more often, just because what happens when I get a lot of these tracks is things will not copyright or they'll start to freeze. There we go. So that's still copied correctly. And then we could actually go down to pads here. And the second one I want is, where was that other one? The vocal universe. Here we go. And then this one we're gonna actually turn down quite a bit. That's more like it.
Feel me. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so now here's another part. When you have vocals like this, they sound a lot better with delay than reverb. So I'm actually going to take this, make a second track, and then I'm going to find where about...
Feel me. Can you feel it?
Okay, so that's about where it goes back into the original one. Why was it doing that? Give me that control. Okay, so that's dead space, so I could split it there. And then I'll move this down to our new track. We're going to have a lot of fun here. Okay, so we'll take this one. And space designer, stereo delay. Okay, so I have delay on here already.
Ooh, yeah. Can you feel me?
We'll set it to 35. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this EQ and cut the highs of it. Because this is such a flowing vocal, you could actually cut the highs and it makes it sound more distant, and it really helps it flow a lot more.
Can you feel me? Ooh, yeah.
So it kind of just puts it in the background a little bit more. And then now we could go start doing some fun things. Okay, so I have a couple options here, and I'll kind of list off some of the options. 1, I could add an arpeggio behind this. 2, I could add a trance piano behind this. 3, I could do something entirely different. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to actually get this pad here, copy it again, and then we're going to do something interesting, which is getting this chord sequence, and we're going to turn it into an arpeggio. But I kind of want a sequence that's kind of slow and just kind of drifting, and we'll kind of see how it works out and see if I can get something good. So kind of go through some of these and see if I can film. There was one up here that I really liked. Which one was it? Where was it? Oh, there's this one. Okay, so that sounds really nice. I need to take the low end out of this because we don't want it to sound like this. There we go. Oh, that's really jarring when it goes to that. Okay, so one of the things I noticed is that there's these couple of heavy notes right at the end of this that are all layered on top of each other. It sounds bad. Okay, so we're getting rid of the end of that one. Okay. And then we'll get rid of the last couple of notes here. That one has a note, so we'll get rid of that one. And then we'll get rid of the last couple of notes on the bass line as well, which is this one. I think we just need to get... Oh, that's not the bass line. This is the bass line. There we go. I don't want to cut off too much of it. Yeah, just last two notes. Sweet. And then it should sound like this. That's a lot better. Okay, so we're gonna need some sort of riser right before that because otherwise it just kind of drops and it sounds weird. But we won't worry about that quite yet.
Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes? Yeah. Can you feel me? Can you feel?
I've got an idea. Do I want to do that though? Okay, so what I think I like. Okay, so I noticed here that this is like, it's one loop short here in order for it to go out to the actual full length, but actually how it everything kind of drops out and it goes, can you feel it, is so nice. And I want to just kind of like grab a reverse crash here and just kind of go like, I don't know, or would I need to line it up? Don't copy. What's the automation data for that? Oh, okay. I just need you to go back up to here. There we go. And I need to actually check if these were to run a full cycle, it would end where? Here. So we kind of like do this. Don't move. Move you guys out of the way. Kind of. I think I'll stick an ARP starting right here too.
Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me?
Okay, so and then we probably bring it back in right there. And what I do want to actually do in the end is take this and do this. Bring it up like so, and cut it down like that.
Yeah. Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Like a
Okay. And then I want to make this, move that over there, and then move this like this so it stays at that lower volume level.
feeling. Do you know that your eyes hit?
Kind of goes like that.
Do you know that your eyes hit me like a?
There we go. And then we could take this, the vocals here, and I think we need to move them over one bar. Or not one, that's not one bar, that's 4 bars, but.
Can you feel it? Do you know?
Nope, 2. There we go.
Yeah. Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know that you're
So, and then we bring in the kick like right here. I think that's where we'd want it.
Can you feel me? Can you
Okay, let's bring in the basses again and we'll kind of see how that sounds. I might make this section longer. I kind of feel like I want to. And let's see how much room I have. Right now the track would run 5 minutes and 42 seconds if I were to like cut it at this actual length. But so that means I have plenty of time to extend because trance tracks can run they can run up to like 10 minutes. But you kind of want to keep a trance track between 5 and 8 minutes. So the fact that I haven't even hit 6 minutes yet is actually okay. And so I could extend this part where it's got the ambience and just like let that play out a little bit longer. For now though, I am going to take the bridge and then I'll move this over and then I'll probably wrap up this episode here. And before I go on to the next section. So I think this is our bridge. Yep, this looks like our bridge. Although I just realized it's going to be a pain in the butt to copy. So let's copy the bridge from over here. Because that'll be easier to copy. Okay, actually, we're going to do this way. We're going to copy it in 2 sections. A higher section, which kind of goes here, I believe. I think we have some automation we might need copied. No, we didn't, but we did anyway. We copied it anyway. And then we need to take some kicks and just copy them over. So I think I'll just, I'll take all these here. And then I'll just add a couple more at the end. Here we go. And we'll kind of listen to see how this sounds. And I'm thinking it's going to sound pretty cool. I'm hoping it's going to sound pretty cool. It might. We'll be lucky. If we're lucky. Let's see here. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, so the vocals are mistimed. We need to fix that. So I think it needs to be right here, actually.
Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow. Yeah. Can you feel me? Can you feel it?
Okay, so what I want to do is go grab all of these, and I'm going to move it over. We'll move it over 2 sections here. I think that's okay. And that should be everything. Yep, that's everything.
Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know?
No, I need to move it back 1. And we should be good.
Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me.
Okay, so my timer says 29 minutes, but I know it's more than that because I started late. So I'm going to do one final thing before we wrap this up. And that is I'm going to grab this here and reverse Vox. I'm going to copy this over. And then we're going to listen to this.
Can you feel it? Do you know?
Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to
Can you feel it? Do you know?
split it here. Split. we're gonna do a reverse vocal reverb because that'll sound beautiful right here. And then so I have to pop open this audio file, go into functions, reverse, and then it'd get really mad at me, probably, and then. Okay, so now I just make sure that I have plenty enough reverb and delay on this, which actually, if I look at this one has a lot more, so I could probably use this one. I kind of like how this one's airier though. Okay, so we'll just turn up the reverb on this, and you gotta cut out. You gotta cut out the original sound as well. So, and of course I grabbed the wrong thing. Go back. Now this one, I need to. You know what? I'm actually gonna create 2 space designers because I don't want to lose the volume level I had at before because I mixed that one in pretty well. So we're gonna pop open another space designer here. Get the original one. Copy, paste, mute, or turn off that one, and then we're going to turn off the dry and turn up the reverb on this one. So then we can go like this. Sweet. Now we just have to bounce this. So we're going to bounce from here to probably around here. Okay, actually we could stop it here. Sweet. So we're kind of, hopefully we should be able to use these locators. And if I hit bounce, no, that's not what I wanted. I hit new. Cancel. Okay. Let's try this again. Use that, bounce. And 145, 6, 7, 2, 151. That's about right. And we could do this, add a project, bounce, and then reverse Vox. Come on. There we go. And then I could get rid of this, open this here functions reverse. I could have just screwed that up. I think I did. Let's not do that. Functions. Oh, crap. Yeah, I think I might have messed that up. Okay, so let's go back to here. I need to check something. Okay, so let's listen to this and see what I messed up. Actually, first bring back that region that I deleted. Come on. Okay, so now I need to listen to this, see what I messed up.
Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me?
Okay, that sounds good. Which hopefully this one. Okay, so it went back to the original. Everything should be hunky-dory and we should not have any problems. Hopefully. I could have messed that up though. But okay, so we're gonna turn off this now since we actually don't need. Oh, actually, we could turn off all the processing on this track because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab the sample that we just got. Project, drop down to the bottom here, reverse. Come on, right there. And then we have this thing that we just rendered out, which goes like this. And what we could do is take this, functions, reverse this, and voila. All we have to do is pull this into place, and we should be set. Actually, I probably want mostly just the tail. Oh wait, where do the vocals actually start?
Can you feel it?
Starts about there. So we gotta put that right there, and put this right here. And I'll go kind of like this.
Can you feel it? Do you know?
And that sounded terrible.
Can you feel it?
So what I need to do is I need to take this, move it over a little bit more so we have some room. And then I need to fade this out. Come on. Fade out. Doop, 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 doop. This might be too long of an area to fade out.
Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know?
So it needs to be like right there, and then we'll do the fade out will be shorter. Sweet. That should work.
Can you feel it? Do you know? Can you feel it?
All right.
Can you feel it? Do you know? Put your eyes in me like a
Whoops.
Can you feel it?
Okay, I think that should be good enough for now.
Can you feel it? Do you know? Put your eyes.
And then we'll just take this and then do, actually we'll pull a little bit up with the EQ, and then we'll do modulation, tremolo. We'll use the same type of tremolo we were doing before to do the fake side chaining thing. That sounds a lot smoother. And then we'll do that, change the depth so it's not all the way.
Can you feel it? Do you know?
And we'll probably add something else here. Not quite sure what, but we'll see.
Can you feel it?
Okay, I think I know what the problem is. We need to grab all this, move it over half. That's not a good move, like technically speaking, just because we're kind of going we're no longer following the right rhythm sort of thing. So, but we're gonna move this anyway just to give it a shot, because we could always adjust the crash later to make more sense.
Can you feel it?
There we go. That was our problem. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to actually move this crash over then that much. Move the automation data for the crash as well, and then it should work.
Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know? Put your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel it? Do you know?
Okay, so next time we're gonna flesh out the break a little bit more and have some fun with it, adding a couple other things and maybe making it longer. I really want to make it longer, but I don't know. We'll see how that happens in the next episode. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.